Continues in the area where it's heading at this point over toward Florida. First of all, we'll talk about our local forecast really fast. Breezy fall-like conditions are arriving on Tuesday. Kind of summery though for tomorrow and Monday as the front moves in. Again, Ian set to strengthen and head to western Florida by Thursday and Friday, and we have no impacts expected here. There might be some large swells way off the coast, and we'll also have windy conditions, just kind of a breezy, windy setup with winds from the north Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's about as much as it looks like right now. Now, that's not to say we could not eventually get a little bit of some impacts in some of our especially eastern spots, but at this point, we just don't have any. We will let you know if it changes though, but currently temperatures in the 70s to about 80, lows tonight in the mainly lower 70s, some of you upper 60s north of the lake, and then tomorrow highs about 92. Today, that was our high. So hot, summery, humid, lots of sunshine tomorrow, but here's the dry air off to the north. So you can see we still have some humidity for sure. It's not really feeling dry and fall-like just yet, but here it comes, that purple and blue showing the drier air filtering in late Monday and especially into Tuesday, and it will be feeling very different. Looking at the humidity, look at this, muggy today, tomorrow, Monday, and then boom, a pretty big drop off in humidity that could last all the way into next weekend. Now keep in mind, this is our humidity forecast. It would look very different if we were getting any sort of tropical impacts Thursday, Friday, Saturday in that time frame. So again, for now, pretty good agreement with everything that we're looking at, that we're going to see all the impacts really for anything big, storm surge, high winds and rain, mostly clustered off to the east of Louisiana and Mississippi. But here it is, Ian, tonight, only strengthening a little bit, 50-mile-per-hour winds now. Starting to get a little bit more banding on the southern end. You can see losing some of its high cloud tops, kind of spreading out from the center that we were seeing earlier, but some are building right at the center. And again, it's not a greatly defined center. It's kind of elongated. It's been tilted as well. But here's that rapid intensification, which again would just be a big bump up in the wind speeds by 35 miles per hour or so in 1 day's time, in 24 hours. And the National Hurricane Center is forecasting that, has it as a Category 4 perhaps, could be a little stronger or weaker though when it approaches Cuba on Tuesday and then nears the Big Bend area of Florida potentially by Thursday. This would put it making a landfall somewhere to the east of Panama City, somewhere north of Tampa, something like that by Thursday evening or night. Now note, the track has shifted a little bit farther west. It now includes from about Gulf Shores or Pensacola all the way to Fort Myers, Florida for a landfall for this system. Clearly, when we have something like this, even though we're out of the cone of uncertainty at this point, and even though we're not expecting big impacts, we're going to be tracking this really closely to see what the shifts in the models do over the next couple of days. Now, we've still been thinking, and I'll show you the steering in a minute, it's going to wrap around a big high pressure, pull to the north from that trough of low pressure. But look at the spread. There's a little more spread now. So again, we will see. We'll keep watching. This is the steering pattern curving around the high, getting drawn from the trough and then off to the north and northeast. And this is the one, the European model, that's really been pretty consistent. And interestingly, the Euro is also the one with the most far east solutions for a potential landfall for Florida. The GFS, which has been fluctuating, is the one that has it a little farther to the west. So just something we'll have to continue to watch, but clearly the rain impacts start from about the Florida Panhandle, with the heaviest rain, of course, on the other side of the system. So that's one thing to think about also. Even if the track does keep edging westward, we will, of course, be on the quieter side of that system. There are other systems out there, but everything else is weakening, only a lower chance of development for that one wave. It was a little higher before, now not looking as likely to develop. So Ian, of course, is the big focus for Florida. We're looking for low humidity as we head into the week, Tuesday all the way through the weekend, and windy conditions with a beautiful